Likewise, you wives, be submissive to your husbands. In this way, some husbands who do not obey the word, may be won without a word by the behavior of their wives, when they see your reverent and chaste behavior. Let not yours be the outward adorning with braiding of hair, decoration of gold, and wearing of fine clothing. But let it be the hidden person of the heart, with the imperishable jewel of a gentle and quiet spirit. This is very precious in God's sight. In this way, the holy women who hoped in God used to adorn themselves and were submissive to their husbands. Just as Sarah obeyed Abraham, calling him Lord. And you are now her children if you do right and let nothing terrify you. Similarly, you husbands, live considerately with your wives, bestowing honor on the woman as the weaker sex. For you are joint heirs of the grace of life, in order that your prayers may not be hindered. Finally, all of you, have unity of spirit, sympathy, love of the family, a tender heart and a humble mind. Do not return evil for evil or reviling for reviling. On the contrary, bless, for to this you have been called, that you may obtain a blessing. For all who would love life and see good days, should keep their tongue from evil and lips from speaking guile. Let them turn away from evil and do right. Let them seek peace and pursue it. For the eyes of the Lord are upon the righteous, and the Lord's ears are open to their prayer. But the face of the Lord is against those that do evil. Now who is there to harm you, if you are zealous for what is right? But even if you do suffer for righteousness' sake, you will be blessed. Have no fear of them, nor be troubled. But in your hearts reverence Christ as Lord. Always be prepared to make a defense to anyone who calls you to account for the hope that is in you. Yet do it with gentleness and reverence. Keep your conscience clear, so that, when you are abused, those who revile your good behavior in Christ may be put to shame. For it is better to suffer for doing right, if that should be God's will, than for doing wrong. For Christ also died for sins once for all, the righteous for the unrighteous, that he might bring us to God, being put to death in the flesh but made alive in the Spirit, in which he went and preached to the spirits in prison, who formerly did not obey, when God's patience waited in the days of Noah, during the building of the ark, in which a few, that is, 8 persons, were saved through water. Baptism, which corresponds to this, now saves you. Not as a removal of dirt from the body, but as an appeal to God for a clear conscience, through the resurrection of Jesus Christ, who has gone into heaven and is at the right hand of God, with angels, authorities, and powers subject to him.